Hey everybody, welcome back to the Dungeon Dive. Daniel here. I hope you're doing well, and if you're not, I hope you are soon. Okay, today on the Dungeon Dive, just a little vlog entry, kind of a channel update. I wanted to address some comments. Over the past few months, I have been seeing more comments asking me to do more playthrough videos or asking me why I don't do playthrough videos. So I wanted to address those. If you are looking for playthrough videos of board games, you are in the wrong spot. That is not what I do on the Dungeon Dive. I tried one when I first started the Dungeon Dive, and it ended up just a complete disaster. And I've pretty much hated them ever since. I want to talk a little bit about that and give you some reasons why I don't, and also give you some suggestions of who to watch in case that is what you want. So, point number one. I do not have any fun making playthrough videos. I hate playing games on camera. I am slightly dyslexic and I have a terrible memory. And so that makes me a really bad rules guy. And all I am doing when I am playing a game on camera is memorializing every single little mistake. And you better believe it, people will be in the comments to point out every little mistake. And I am just not here to have that kind of criticism leveled at me willfully. Like, that's not what I'm trying to do on the Dungeon Dive, and it makes it no fun. I find playing games on camera to be very stressful. It is a very difficult thing to do. For those of you who don't think so, the next time you sit down to play a game, film yourself and then take that and edit it into a cohesive video and try to do it without making mistakes and without lots of pauses and be entertaining the entire time. It is so hard to do, and I have nothing but the utmost respect for the channels who can do it and do it well. And there are way better channels out there for that kind of stuff. That is not what I am trying to do at all. Point number two is I really don't enjoy watching them. And so why would I want to make something that I don't enjoy watching? I will watch a little bit of a playthrough just if I'm curious about the game, but I will never watch. It's just something I don't do. I don't watch long Let's Play series of board games. There are very few channels that I watch all of when they do a playthrough. There are a few that I do love, but they're mostly in the solo RPG camp. It's just not something I like to do. I want more kind of basic information about a game. I want to hear somebody's opinion about the game in general, the kind of vibe, what it's all about, the art, the components, what it looks like on the table, and their experiences with the game. And so I wanted to create a channel that would offer up the kind of things that I look for as a viewer, because I don't think there are enough channels like that. And so that's kind of the space that I want the Dungeon Dive to be in. Number three is the way I play games isn't conducive to making videos, really. I play games in a method that I call slow questing. Very rarely do I sit down at the table and play a game from beginning to end without getting up. I'm kind of constantly doing other things. I play a little bit, play a few turns. I might get up. I might go do something else. I might read. It might be the next day that I return to the game. And that's just not a very good way to film a game. The lighting changes, whatever, things change. The table might get bumped. I don't know. It's just not a conducive way to film a game. And so just the way I play games a lot just doesn't make sense to film them. And again, most importantly, I'm just not having much fun. So I find other information more valuable. Like I said before, what do I get in the game? What's the vibe? What's it like? What does it look like on the table? How do I approach a game? What kind of things am I thinking about? What kind of connections am I making to other games? Those are the things that I find more valuable, and those are the things that I find are lacking in other board game channels. And so I, as the Dungeon Dive, I wanted to fit into a different space than other board game channels, and that's why I don't do playthroughs. In traditional review videos, I often skip or fast forward through the rules portion when they get into the game, and I'm more interested in hearing the opinion of the people who I follow. And so that's just those are the kinds of videos I enjoy watching, and those are the kinds of videos that I enjoy making, and that's what the Dungeon Dive focuses on. So if you are looking for gameplay videos, especially games that I might cover on the Dungeon Dive, the kinds of games we like, highly thematic games, there are a handful of channels that I do recommend. One, and I think is the best, is the Solo Gamers Club. This guy makes amazing Let's Play videos. They're edited, they have great introductions, super thematic, and he's not a professional voice actor, so he's not out there trying to be entertaining. He is just presenting the game as any one of us might play the game. And I think that is super important because a lot, especially in the solo RPG space, there is this rise of the professional gamer. And these people have, professional cameras with zooming and like drones shots, and they're professional voice actors, and they have voice booths, and they're comedians and writers, and they are presenting to you a very unrealistic way of how most people would play or experience a game. And I think a lot of those set unrealistic expectations of what it is actually like. I think the Solo Gamers Club does a really good job of presenting an actual Let's Play. And I highly recommend his channel. He's got tons of great series on Let's Plays. He is just finishing up a Secrets of the Lost Tomb. He's got multiple seasons of Shadows of Brimstone and all kinds of stuff that I cover on the Dungeon Dive. I also like Mage Hammer's Gaming Table, or Mage Hammer's Game Table. And he does a really in-depth Let's Plays for solo RPGs that are just your average Joe playing a game. Same as Stone Axe Gaming Table. I also recommend Catweasel and Kalismar, the Lonesome Gamer. These two guys have been around YouTube forever, and they have Kalismar has a super long, detailed Let's Play series on Dungeon Universalis. So if you're looking for that, I recommend him. If you love Arkham Horror and Arkham Horror 2nd Edition especially, then I highly recommend Catweasel. He's got a ton of stuff. And then there's also, the staples like One Stop Co-op Shop and Rolling Solo. So I just wanted to address those comments. I wanted to say I'm sorry if that's what you're looking for. The Dungeon Dive is not that. I'm not going to make more, even if you ask nicely. Sorry. So I'm very sorry about that. I will, when I do a more traditional style review, I will make a concerted effort to talk about the rules a little more possibly, and maybe give some more gameplay examples. But you won't really see any kind of extended gameplay from me, especially for board games. For RPGs, for solo RPGs, you definitely will be seeing more of those, because those aren't really more, those are less about the rules, and they're more about the experience. And that's kind of I find that to be more fun to do on camera. So, all right, well, I hope you enjoyed this quick vlog / channel update video, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.